the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. Wisconsin Badgers taking on last year's national champions, the Penn State Nittany Lions. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Wisconsin's offense will get the first swing of the game. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. This offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
What a great way to start this game, and one of the reasons this defense has been one of the most dominant units all season long, they can get pressure on the quarterback with guys like that. They've got better athletes than you've got up front, and you saw it early in this game today.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Smith dropping to pass. Gets it out fast. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Now, you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times, they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
Grab near the marker. It's Hilton. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
From the shotgun, the handoff to the back.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Grab behind the line. It's Jones. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
They're trying to set up the screen pass to the running back, just nowhere to go after he caught the football. The defense completely swarmed around him, and that's a loss.
The decimal meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. The Badgers will try to pin them back with the punt. Promising start to that drive, sort of fizzled out, and they'll have to punt it away. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. So Penn State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power, all those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play well together.
Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number one on...
Intercepted! Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean,
oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Down to the 23 for this 1st and 10. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. After the shower of flags, it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Reads it, fires complete. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
For a wide receiver screen to work, you've got to have better blocking out in front by other receivers, and they're just not physical enough at the point on that last play.
Smith wants to throw. Makes the grab. It's Hilton. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route, and this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. And the defense had its hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down. This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a 4th down stop. They'll run for it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
How about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Handoff to the lone back. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. The screen, he's got wheels. And a little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the 1st down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
Got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
Guy to throw to, obviously. I didn't think he was the right guy. I didn't think he was really that open. And listen, he sailed and he overthrew, but I might have surveyed the middle of the field a little bit better there.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Oh, that slithered right through his fingers and would have been his 2nd interception of the game. Instead, it's 4th down. The Nittany Lions line up to punt it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. You could probably question the decision to pass on a field goal last time, and they came up empty on that previous drive, Jesse.
I just think in this offense, it's going to come down to critical down and distances, right? Down in the red zone, 3rd down, 4th down. I like them being aggressive. They just got to do a better job executing.
Yeah, and they kind of know what the defense gave them last time. So let's be more aggressive and take advantage of that defense on this drive.
Smith dropping to pass. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Finds the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. And the Badgers will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. They really sputtered out of the gate, turned it over, punted the last time they had it. We'll see if the third possession is the charm. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And you see those balls in practice sometimes. They're just off the mark. You don't know how to control it. You don't know what goes wrong, but sometimes QBs miss, and it's an incompletion.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The whole Penn State legacy is built on toughness, getting it done on the ground, and they pick up a first down.
And you got to start there with the physicality, the ground game, getting that going. That's kind of a Northeast thing, right? Being tough, being physical, bringing that lunch pail.
Quick screen to the speedster outline. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold on.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. The Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
Shoves back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Leaves it with the back. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Badgers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They got him to jump. The defense got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a first down.
Neutral zone is on that side. Defense.
Defense way over eager there, and now the entire playbook just opens up before the eyes of this offensive coordinator. Smith wants to throw. Quickly complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, I think for that play to work, you need to have some access and cushion and coverage for the receiver to be able to do something with it after the catch. That time, the defender was just way too close, all over him. He tackles him for no gain.
He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running, so nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. Avoids, and that ball's free behind the line. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And that is exactly how you draw it up. You get to the quarterback, but you get the football out. You hit him, you try to rake it out. Great job by the defense, getting the sack, getting the fumble.
State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Still backed up pretty deep. It's 2nd and 5 from the 15. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Sends it back in motion. Off the play fake. Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. And the Nittany Lions send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Got it behind the line. It's Hilton. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Smith dropping to pass. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Fires to the big fella. He's brought down at the 44-yard line, and the defense making a play on 3rd down. And the Badgers will call on their punt team. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. This offense starts deep in a hole. They'll run it from the gun. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. With the catch, it's Saunders. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Hand off from the shotgun. Tough run across the 5. He'll get it all the way out to the 8-yard line. It'll be 3rd and long. Tight end in motion. See how the D reacts. Caught in the backfield. It's Reynolds. And the tackle is made, but there has been a flag thrown. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to the big tight end. Rolls it in. It'll be a first down as he gets it to the 24-yard line.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
Right on target this time. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Now on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws for the tight end. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Nittany Lions decide to punt it away. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play, an interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hilton. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Brooks. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Fires to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. High the chains now on 2nd and long. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And listen, it's tough. It's a tough proposition. This is a top 10 defense against the run. You know they're physical. You know who they are. But you're not going to bat an eye. And you're going to challenge your guys, especially in the red zone, to be more physical, to be able to continue to run the football.
Breaks into the open. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back who's really good after the catch or really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Clemson had an impressive showing there in Death Valley, winning this one by double digits, although it felt like it could have been more. Somewhere even Trevor Lawrence is impressed with this one. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The Nittany Lions can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
The Nittany Lions are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Nice job to get him past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through, and it's really helping out this offense.
They go to the wide receiver screen, and it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a 1st down.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Toss to the left. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on the 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
The Nittany Lions really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. Send the tight end in motion. Off the RPO, complete. There he goes. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
They're in uncharted territory here. Finally in the red zone. It took the whole 1st half. It's 1st and 10 from the 20. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And a chance to really carry momentum with them into the locker room if they can take the lead here. 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But
into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out, because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Smith wants to throw. He's got got the back in the middle. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pressure coming. And he scoots his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 30. Wants to throw on 1st down. They get to him as he throws. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the 1st down.
As a quarterback, it's never fun getting hit, but it always feels a little bit better when you're able to complete a strike down the field. Nice shot.
From the gun, the running back has it. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. And the Badgers are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield very late in the half. He'll pull it down. Turning it on. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
And he's just proving it time and time again, man. He has that feel. He obviously has the ability to pick up and put him down and go get 1st downs, but I think the timing of when to scramble and when not to scramble, he's really got that figured out, and you can tell it's going to be a big part of the game plan.
The forward pass used to be illegal in football. That one still is. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Smith dropping to pass. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it.
Man, how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on 1st down. Going downfield for the big play. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. The Badgers will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. As they get ready to start this 3rd quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We've got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Bringing the heat. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Finds his man. It's Reynolds. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Here's the snap, looking to throw. The screen, and watch out. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. To the ground with the back. Got the first down, looking for more. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. From the gun, the ground game. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, lead the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. The Nittany Lions have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Caught behind the line. It's Saunders. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And really good job knowing I don't get in the end zone. I got to get close to the end zone, be ready to break on the football as soon as they throw up. I can't give up any yards after the catch, and they don't right there.
They'll give it another shot on 2nd and goal from the 4. Zings it complete to the right. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The pass play they hoped would spread the defense out, create a one-on-one opportunity, but they were equal to the challenge.
Yeah, and that's a play the receiver would love to have back. It looked for a second like he might be able to break that tackle and score a touchdown. Just wasn't able to get it done.
Running back searching for a hole. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. From the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. It is good! The lead now 7 here in the 3rd quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Michigan State is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. Sparty has picked itself up off the canvas before, and this group is capable of it again today. They're trailing by just 4 to Ohio State.
From the shotgun, the inside give.
It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week. Guys?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Smith wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. And the Badgers come to the line in the hurry-up. Caught over the middle. It's Brooks. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
And on defense, you make the tackle after the catch for a 1st down. Now you got to go get lined up again because the offense is going fast.
Power football with the run. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
And he'll have enough for the first down at the 42.
A lot of times on second down, you're thinking pass, especially second maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
Creates a little room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on 3rd down. There's the pressure. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. 3rd down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Pulls and fires complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Badgers! Looking for the tie with the extra point.
And that is just outstanding execution on that pass play. Great route by the receiver, good timing on the throw by the QB. Receiver catches it in stride, turns on the jets, and is gone.
And the extra point was good. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Got the first down and more. Now across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll give it to the back. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Pulls it in. It's Martin. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
Listen, running in the football and letting them get some positive yards.
They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. They just need a few more inches here on 4th down, and they'll try to get it with the offense. He'll sneak it and try to surge forward. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
I think those quarterback sneaks used to be for the big, strapping quarterbacks. But, man, nowadays, dude, all you got to do is fall forward, and it's such a hard play to stop. So you see this all across all levels of football, and it's just a difficult play to stop.
Oh, they're after him. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Get it out to the supersonic guy. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Trying to make magic on the scramble. The freshman called his own number and kept this drive moving.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the 1st down on 3rd down.
Looking for a crease. It's Martin. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Trying play action. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Understanding, I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit. And he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1. The Badgers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Smith dropping to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's caught. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a 1st down at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Brooks. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. And the Badgers headed quickly to the line.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Jones. The offense pops it up, and they were on the move. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and following up for a massive fumble recovery.
Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. On the direct snap, it's Reynolds. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll try the run. Got the first down and more. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. And they're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. Last couple of plays, the offense seems to be just one step ahead, David.
Yeah, and I'm going to have to do something to disrupt the timing, the rhythm. I got to do something that they're not expecting, because right now they got the run and they got the pass working. So this defense, I have to find something new to kind of confuse this offense.
They've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, and there's certainly still plenty of football to go, but this is where you'd love to control the flow of the game, right? You want to dictate everything to the defense, and you do that by running the football. That was a really nice run. This offensive line is firing off late. Looks like they're getting stronger as the game goes on, and that is a good sign for the offense.
Got some room headed to the goal line, and he's in for the touchdown, but hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. So they see the potential tying score wiped out by the penalty, and now time is starting to be against them. The Nittany Lions are on the move. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
They'll try to pound their way in. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Penn State! They extend this 4th quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Tough to beat in action, gentlemen. You know that. And let's take a look at the highlights. Toledo is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Bruce Gradkowski should never be counted out of any game. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Kent State. The Maction never sleeps, and we'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
How about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. From the gun, he leads it with the back. He breaks a tackle. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs managed. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've said...
Oh, it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
A back-to-back drives. This offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
To work on offense now. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute there.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Denmark. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
They're trying to throw the wide receiver screen to pick up that first down, but the defense just too much speed getting to the ball carrier on that one.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. So good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Nestled just inside that right upright. And now the lead is extended a little further. They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And Wisconsin has its offense back. And after that last prime example, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets.
And it just puts... You got a deficit, Palmer. You need some mojo. Something needs to go your way.
At this point of the game, they've got to score touchdowns every time they have possession.
The Badgers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Off play action. It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0.
You practice these moments as a defense, but you never know when they're going to come to fruition. But how about it? The scoop, the ball's on the turf. They scoop it up. They take it to the house. The defense takes care of business. As an offense, we don't need you. We'll put points on the board.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Wisconsin offense to go back to work. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Smith wants to throw. Looking down the middle. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Grabbed behind the line. It's Reynolds. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him. Second guy finally did. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield.
Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown, Penn State! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That lead a little more comfortable now as they close in on extending this winning streak.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the Oak.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Finds his man. It's Hilton. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. Used the play fake, now to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. He leaves it with his back. Nice move to pick up yardage. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. Smith dropping to pass. Quickly out to the tight end.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down. The Badgers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try to get it through the air. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the Badgers will punt this one away.
Brings up 4th down.
And they'll let that one go, and it'll roll out of bounds. Lions going back to work on offense now. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
This is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Leaves it with the running back. Picks up the 1st down. There he goes. At 30. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses, help set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.